Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Stray Kids' new title track, Shin's Menu, as well as analyzing it and sharing with you guys my theories about it. So let's get started. Before I do, I feel like I just need to put a huge ass disclaimer forth. So the title reads The Problem with Shin's Menu, which does not have to be interpreted as a critique to the actual song, because I personally really enjoy it. I think that it is very good and very well produced. I made this video with the intention of bringing awareness to the one problem I found with this song, which to some it may really be nitpicky, and I wouldn't blame them. But you guys have to understand that I'm quarantining, school has officially ended, and I definitely have too much free time. Also, keep in mind that the theories I'm going to be sharing are nothing official. They're just mere reflections and considerations my bored, out of our mind self made. I'm also sorry because, as far as I can see, this topic has been triggering a lot of stays, but I still wanted to address the issue. And lastly, just know that I am filming this as a Mino stand, so if I will strike you as too emotionally involved, that's probably because I am. So first off, what is the issue? And as many of you will obviously guessed, it is about Mino's lack of lines in the title track, because Yeosang could never. And also the lack of screen time in the music video. Something that has been pissing off severely many states, myself included, and that really got me thinking, so this is why I decided to make this video. So if we consider this whole situation, one question that I'm sure all of us will have wondered about is, why did this happen? And I firstly want to start off by explaining you guys my theory on why this might not even be a problem to begin with. So when looking at all the promotions, I started to get this very peculiar gut feeling that this whole situation was just a very clever strategy from JYP, which consists in giving Minho no attention, also for example enhanced by the editing of the music video, so that fans will pity him and talk about the comeback even more on social platforms. Because think about it. When this kind of mistreatment situation happen, what do fans do? They go on YouTube, they go on Twitter, and they talk about it. And of course, this helps with the promotion and I don't know, the algorithm. Also, if this really is the case, which I highly suspect, we really have to give it to JYP, because they have chosen the right member to do this with. Because think about it, Minho has had his moments in Levanter, and he does have some in the B-sides objectively. So these whole factors combined have managed to stir the fans so that they will talk about the comeback even more on social platforms, without getting them fuming mad and therefore having them start a drama that might damage JYP's image. Another example of this very smooth and almost subtle strategy could be how they have managed to highlight Minho in other ways, such as his hair color, or by giving him outfits that in some stages do stick out. In any case, although these are in actual fact very reasonable reasons as to why the line distribution and the screen time have ended up being this way, there is a huge factor that needs to be taken into consideration, and that is, were the members even aware of this strategy? So I'm wondering, because in case Stray Kids had been informed, we stays are just clowning ourselves even more, because if everyone in JYP knows it, by reading our comments they will be like, oh yeah, this is exactly what we were expecting to happen. Which is very smart, and from a purely cynical point of view, I don't think it is inherently wrong. However, if the members, as I suspect, have not been informed, this is a completely different deal and might very well translate into mistreatment. So I said, as I suspect, because a few instances have really got me speculating that the members were not aware of this strategy. One of these instances being my stoic tendency to see the dark of things whenever I get the chance. But also the members' reaction in the MV reaction video that they have uploaded. I am pretty sure that the members were not entirely comfortable with the line distribution either, because if during the MV reaction video you focus on Sriracha, both Chan and Changbin looked kinda tense and disappointed, probably because as they already knew that Mino did not have that many lines to begin with, they were like hoping to see more of him in the music video. Jisung, on the other hand, took most of our attention. He looked very, very excited and energetic, but possibly even too energetic. Like, I don't know how about you, but I really felt like he was trying to act like very energetic to kind of make up for the others' more underwhelming reaction to the poor screen time distribution. Because, I mean, we all know that, or at least we all assume that, Stray Kids are extremely humble and good-hearted people. So, of course, they would feel bad if one member didn't get any lines nor any screen time. Although for this, again, the MV producing team's at fault, and they probably very well thought this out. But of course, these are just my suspicions and personal impressions. I mean, I don't have my major in body language reading yet. And yeah, I mean, the reactions that we saw might have just been their genuine reaction, and we just wouldn't know. And I can just be overthinking stuff, as I always do. But overall, like, it does seem a little fishy. In any case, from a Mino Stan point of view, I think that they really should have taken our feelings and our expectations into consideration, and most of all Mino's, as we can't really be sure if he had been informed beforehand at all. So now that I have established why for me this lack of everything is a problem, I need to focus on why indeed it is a serious problem. Although, as I have already explained, I have reason to believe that this is just a whole strategy done for a promotion and popularity centered goal. So this lack of lines being in the title track and the lack of screen time being the music video to the title track is very, very unfair, because we have to understand that if there is a title track, there's a reason. Because think about it, if you are a stay, then the chances of you taking the time to listen to all of the songs in the album are of course very high. But think of those passenger fans who may not follow the group that much and just want to grasp the essence of the whole comeback. They will immediately listen to God's Menu and watch the music video to God's Menu. They will help promote members like Hyunjin or Felix mostly, but in general, all members, but will not showcase Mino. And honestly, I would have been fine if this line distribution had been applied to a B-side, but because it's a B-side, you can't expect to have a member sing literally nothing for the whole title track and have everybody support it unconditionally, because it is just not fair. It does not work like this. Before I start, while it is true that neither Felix nor Ini have ever been known for having that many lines, Mino has never been known for having them either. And complaining about this does not mean disrespecting the other two, because think about it, like, to all the Felix and Jongbin states out there, would you feel great if your biases got no lines? Because I don't think so. I think that if you feel like you have been let down, you should always say it, because it might get you to nothing, but it also might get you to something. You cannot know, and it is always worth a try. So let me just say that after the title track, like, God forbid, like, did you really want me in a whole line list for the whole album? But as I have already explained, the title track is the song that supposedly should promote all of the members more or less equally. So while this justification could be acceptable if it were inverted, that is, like, a member having no lines in a B-side, but having some in a title track. It absolutely does not even out the problem. So first of all, I've not seen any official statement for this anywhere, and trust me that it is very, very hard for me to miss on any Mino content because I'm just too deep down the rabbit hole at this point. So, it just kind of feels like he made this one up. But however, even if his voice actually did not fit with the song, we wouldn't know because there are no lines to prove it. So it's editing me now, and I forgot to add that I do think he could have sung some lines that have been assigned to other members pretty easily. One example could be Jisung's second singing verse. Jisung would still have a rap verse and a singing verse, which is plenty. He could have also sung Hyunjin's part right before the first beat drop, as we all know that Mino can pull this more angsty and raspy voice very well. Check Booster or Top for further proof. Thinking about it, he could have honestly also taken one of Jonghyun's 3 verses, but I digress. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that there were many possibilities that make it very hard for this unfairness to be fully justified. So just he trained to be a freaky idol. His job is to either sing or rap, and he has been doing it for 2 years. In Levanter, he sang beautifully in all stages, so really, what makes you think he suddenly had a downgrade? And besides, even if he was not entirely comfortable because Mino's main position is in dancing, give him dance breaks, give him center positions. He's the main dancer, number 1, yet all I ever see during dance breaks is either Hyunjin or Felix center. And one example for this could be their Mirror remix performance, the one that they last performed the day the MV dropped in the live that they did. The dance break happens in the first chorus, which is when Minho is supposed to be center, but Hyunjin takes the center position for the dance break. And then in the second chorus, which is the part where Hyunjin is supposed to be center, Hyunjin is center. So we end up with Hyunjin always being centered and with Mino always being left to the side, which is very unfair, and I really think that JYP should consider promoting Mino more as the amazing dancer that he is, because he's very, very, very well trained and he does have all the requirements that are needed. Editing me again, and what I was trying to say was not that Hyunjin or Felix do not deserve center positions, because of course they do. But I was just trying to express my wish that those would be more equally distributed. So I won't really spend too much time on this because yes, it might have been chosen last minute, but that did not prevent the other members from singing a great deal of lines, did it? Okay, so we're ending with a pretty spicy one. So to this kind of justification, I'd like to answer who do you think that wrote the song? So I think that we all collectively need to remember that acknowledging that our faves made a mistake does not mean hating them or not supporting them anymore. Because 3RACHA are amazing, I truly do believe it. I think that they are the best producers currently out there. They are so young. The talent that they hold is honestly unheard of. But does that mean that they are non-humans, and as non-humans they can't air? So yeah, I don't really think that justifying stuff just because it's our fave's work is always a good thing. Because think about it, if we don't voice out our disappointment, we might risk another title track with Mino or any other member for that matter getting no lines. And yeah, there's probably many more things that we could discuss, but I have expressed all of the main points, and this video is already very, very long, so I'm gonna shut up here. So yeah, in conclusion, this video is not by any means to hate on 3RACHA, on God's Menu, nor on Stray Kids, because I truly believe that Stray Kids are just the most talented group that there is out there at the moment, and I am just so extremely grateful to have found them. I am so proud to be a Stay. But I don't think that all these reasons can't allow me to express my constructive criticism. If I feel like I need to, and my aim would be for this situation to be tackled so that we won't suffer from anything similar in the future. This is all for me. Sending all of my love to you, Stace, to Stray Kids, and most of all to Mino. Bye guys, see you in my next video. A side note, please remember to stream all the most important stages for Shin's menu to help us grant a win for the boys this comeback. I will leave a link in the description box to a playlist with all of those plus some Mina's fancams to show extra support to the nation's main dancer.